What's going on, guys? It's Mike, the Angry Tech Guy, and today I'm playing a little Call of Duty Black Ops 2. What is this? On drone. As you can see, my connection is yellow, as always. I have Comcast, so 9 times out of 10, if I try to play on my Comcast connection, I'm gonna lag, and I'm gonna be rubber banding and doing all this crazy nonsense that I can't stand. So normally, I just use my phone. I got Sprint, and where I live, I have 4G, so the upload speed is like 20 megs. So I just use that. But normally it gives me a yellow connection like that. But it's steady, it's smooth, so I don't have any problems. But let's see. As you can notice, I do not use SMGs. I'm not an SMG guy whatsoever. I've tried it. It just, they're too overpowered, and it feels too, how do I put it? It feels too easy. You know, like in Call of Duty, 9 times out of 10, if something's overpowered, then the best way that you can tell if something's overpowered is that everyone will be using it. So if a shotgun, hint, hint, KSG, is overpowered, guess what? When people use shotguns, guess what they use? Oh, the shotgun, huh? So, yeah, I mean, I've never really been a huge SMG guy anyway in the first place. Now, I've played Call of Duty, and that was a great no-scope there, blasted in his back. I've played Call of Duty for, like, I started out on COD 1. I played the original Call of Duty. I didn't play Call of Duty 2. I think I went over to Medal of Honor for a while, and that didn't have multiplayer anyway, so I wasn't concerned. So, I then started playing Halo. And on Halo, COD came out. GameStop told me about it. And he was like, yeah, you should play this. Got on it, was hooked ever since. So COD 4 was probably the first COD that brought me back. But ever since even COD 4, I never really used SMGs. I just felt that they didn't have the range that I needed, and I was just never really into it. Now, the big question that, I wanted to pose to everybody was, do you think SMGs are overpowered? And number two, the other question is, do you think it takes less skill to use an actual SMG? Now, the first part of the question, I do. I believe that SMGs are absolutely the number one most overpowered class in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And the big problem about it is there's no incentive for you to play with anything else. If you play with an SMG, your guy's faster, your guns shoot faster. They even have decent range on those guns, 9 times out of 10. I mean, for most of the guns anyway. So there's no incentive for you to actually get out there and play with any of the other classes. The LMG class is an absolute disaster. If you don't use the quick draw stock or handle, whatever you want to call it, and dexterity, I mean, even with those equipped, if you try and draw with somebody that has an SMG, I mean, you're going to die anyway. There's no running and gunning with it. You have to already be aiming down sights at the direction of the person that you're looking for. So for me, I'm not really the SMG type, so I stick with assault rifles. Now, in Black Ops 2, there are only a couple that actually will do any type of damage. And the problem for me is when I see, if I'm within 30 feet of a person with an SMG and they shoot at me and I shoot at me, because SMGs shoot so much faster, their gun, there's no assault rifle that can even begin to help you do enough damage to survive their volley of bullets, and then the SMG's weapon effectiveness is a lot higher than an assault rifle. So for me, does an SMG take less skill to use? Yes, by far. I mean, you have, let's count the obvious stuff here. Let's count what is most obvious. Like I said, you are already drawing faster. You can get into your sights faster, so you already have a head start over any person that's using any other gun in the game, any other class in the game. So when they go to aim, you're already in your sights and you're already shooting. Your gun already shoots faster, so you don't have any problem on that. So SMGs, they're entirely too overpowered for me, and yeah, I don't think that they take much skill to use. Now, don't get me confused. I'm not saying that people who use an SMG are not skilled. What I'm saying is that the class itself is much more powerful than the other classes, and it takes less to to be good with an SMG than it takes to be good with a light machine gun or an assault rifle. And my thing is, and what was this dude doing, man? He got his behind plucked. Yeah, and my thing, I still don't understand it. Like, why did they give the SMG such a tremendous advantage? Like, they had to have known. Like, when they were out there playing it, and like they had years to beta test it, at least a long time to sit there and play it, and they had to realize, like, man, like SMGs that's all we're using here. SMG this, SMG that. So they had to have known that. And there's only like 2 or 3 assault rifles that are even worth their salt in using. The FAL is one. The Scar H is another one. What is the one just before this one? It shoots really fast, has no recoil, all that. It's a great gun, but if you have a silencer on it, it takes like 8 or 9 bullets to kill somebody, which is insane. That means you got to hold your fire on a person for, extended periods of time, and people tend to run behind stuff. Or even if that's the case, by the time you kill them, I won't have enough bullets to finish off somebody else. So, there goes that. I'm already dead. So there's such a disadvantage with playing with any other class. Now, what they should do, I think they should increase the damage of a bunch of the other classes. Like the light machine gun class, it of course does a lot of damage, but it takes so much time. Like if you ever shoot a light machine gun and those first couple of bullets don't even register, you're just shooting, and then finally, because the accuracy is so bad on that, finally it actually decides to hit whatever you're looking at. So if you're from medium to long range, then you may be okay, but anywhere close, it's just not happening for you. Now on the assault rifle class, it's probably the same thing. I'd up the damage a bit on the assault rifles, maybe make the penalty for drawing, to raise your gun, give them the ability to raise their gun a bit faster. So you have an actual chance, like a opportunity to fight somebody with an SMG. If they're in close range, man, you are freaking toast. And the other thing, one thing I really never understood, so they made, they penalized everyone else, right? And they made sniper rifles mobile. Like, the whole quick scope thing came in so that sniper rifles had a place in the game, because it would take you so long to get in there. So I couldn't understand it. You all make quick scoping in there so you can shoot with a sniper rifle, but nothing else. But I think the game's about to freeze up right here, of course, on my last Warthog. But this is the Angry Tech Guy, and if you guys have any questions or comments or need anything else, man, make sure you leave it in the comment section. And as always, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.